If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. And if you need any code cards, make sure you check out Potown Store for automatic email delivery and use code Tablemon for 5% off all your purchases. If you're from Europe, mealybotsgaming.com is a great option to get your cards from. They have all sorts of sealed products, merchandise, and all the sets available from Pokemon Sun and Moon upwards, including the latest Hidden Fate set. Don't forget to use Tablemon code when checking out to get a further 5% off from your final purchase. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG World 2020. As you can see, we are back on Twitch. The YouTube experience only lasted a day. I've been trying for the last half hour to get the stream running on YouTube, and the dashboard won't identify the stream. The stream key changes every time you stream, and it's just been a complete and utter hassle. To the point where it wasn't worth it. To stream on YouTube and do all the changes. At least not for now. I'll see if I end up making a change eventually. But for now, we are going to be playing with more expanded, and we are going to be playing with PIKAROM in expanded. Combined with Max Elixir, PIKAROM is actually pretty broken. Getting a turn 1 full blitz is insanely easy, dealing 150 damage and attaching more energy onto the board, and even getting the Tapu GX off, dealing 200 damage and 170 to a benched Pokemon. So PIKAROM has a lot of really cool attackers to combine with it. We have the Raichu with the Tandem Shock being able to paralyze, and combining that late game plus an end is probably going to be pretty powerful. Although there are a lot of things being played in order to prevent these sort of effects from happening, like Marshadow and Mew decks, I think it's still worth considering. And then we have the Lightning Ride-GX, which does even more damage than Tackle. If you have the 5 energies or the 2 extra energies attached, you deal 250, and then with the Electropowers you get very easy knockouts on things. Now we also have Koko-GX for the Air Trail ability. You absorb energy that isn't played, and you threaten with Tapu Thunder, dealing 50 damage for every energy your opponent has in play, and it's also a very beautiful gold card. Then we have Xurkitree-GX as well, with the ability Flashing Hand. Special energies are a lot more prominent in expanded, and therefore you prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon that have special energy attached to them. You also get to try and deck them out with the Rumbling Waters attack, dealing 100 damage and discard the top card. And then Lightning GX might come in situationally useful, probably not so much though. We also have Zeraora-GX for a free treat for all our Pokemon with Thunder Tap Zone ability, and also Plasma Fist dealing 160 damage, pretty nice number overall. And we have a Zapdos as a non-GX attacker with Thunder's Assault, dealing 10 damage plus 80 more. We have Tapu Lele, we have Dedenne, we have Shaymin, we have all the Pokemon support, along with Marshadow as well. We're only missing Oranguru, I guess, which is honestly not a bad inclusion in the deck. But we do have Koko Prism Star with the Dance of the Ancients ability to get even more energy into play. Now the engine does rely on Sycamore and Guzma. We have our radars and our Ultra Balls. Ultra Ball is still important to be able to search for Marshadow, Shaymin, and Tapu Lele, along with the 2 non-GX Lightning Pokemon. We have Computer Search, we have Electropower to increase our damage output, along with Choice Bands. We have Float Stone to free retreat our active, making it easier for us to Max Elixir. We have Energy Switches to play around with the energy. We have Escape Rogue, we have Thunder Mountain, of course. We have Sudden Lab to bypass annoying Koopas or something. Then we have 4 Trainers Mail to make sure that we are hitting all of these broken cards. Finally, the Flash Energy removes weakness from PIKAROM, making it a behemoth and a really tough Pokemon to take down. And we have our 11 Lightning Energy, which is the bare minimum to really make the Max Elixirs try and hit almost every time. So thank you so much to everyone who is here right now. I also did a purge of files from my computer, and apparently I lost all of my music in the process. So we're gonna have different music from what we've had in our stream usually. Hope you don't mind the variety. So we do end up mulligan, and we are up against a fighting type deck. Not the end of the world, I don't think. Not the end of the world. Alright. Okay, so we start Zeraora and nothing else. Any Pokemon top deck or Pokemon Search top deck would be fantastic in order to take advantage of the Elixir, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case. So we'll just have to attach it and see where that gets us. Let's get us a Xurkitree, which I think I'm forced to bench because of the potential of a KO. This makes it much more complicated, and then I'm just gonna pass. Very, very underwhelming start for us. Very underwhelming start. We'll have to see what happens here. Too loud, or is it fine? Okay, so we are up against Medichan, which is kind of a problem. Medichan is definitely a very threatening Pokemon right now. Expanded, being able to attack flies. We are weak. Counter a case. But my opponent has just as an underwhelming start as we do. So with the Brooklet, we see that 2 PIKAROMs are prized. That is really bad news. 2 PIKAROMs, 1 Trainer are prized, so that's really bad news, and kind of explains our current dilemma. We're gonna go ahead and attack there. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then I think I'm gonna play 1 of the counter. That potentially gives me a knockout with 1 of the wires. I'm not happy that I enter and Mango, thank you so much for the host. I don't know what happened to the alert for that. It's not visible for some reason. The music is very loud. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Is that better? Hi, Rail. Okay, so not the worst scenario. Silent Lab. And discard the Seeker. I think I'm gonna discard the Silent Lab as well. Hello, Poké-GX. The last Pokemon I have. Alright, so I'm thinking about benching these 2, and then I'm gonna go ahead and Shaymin, set up for 5. Really need those elixirs, and not getting any just yet. Well, there's one. Okay, so the Max Elixir will hit. Okay, I mean, I really want to knock out this DNC, right? That's the goal here. I'm gonna do this. I've already attached energy for a turn. Then I guess I computer search for the Thunder Mountain? And I'll do this. Is the music better now? music better now. Okay, so the Elixir does hit. Happy with that. The question is, will my opponent be able to knock out my PIKAROM? And if he does, so that's 40 damage, attacking twice with a strong energy, that's 60, that's 120. With a choice band, it's 180. So I don't think my opponent can 1-KO my PIKAROM. Still a little loud. How about now? Well, I guess the song just ended. How about now? Why are my alerts not showing up? We can hear them. Oh, there it is. There they are. Okay, it took a while, but we can only dream of a Tablemon host of 1,600 followers. Okay, so we get End. There's the Shining Celebi. There's the Fighting End. There's Strong Energy. There's the Focus Sash, which is extremely annoying. Because then I won't be able to knock out this Medicham right here. And Shrine of Memories, okay. So that means knocking out the Shining Celebi, there's no point really. I would love a Guzma to knock out like the Octillery and the Meditite perhaps. Oh wait, what? 120? Oh, I miscalculated. Whoops. Oh my gosh. Maybe the last one was just super loud indeed. Yeah, I can't hear anything, right? Well, to say we are in trouble would be an understatement. Ah, jeez. So I'm guessing paralysis is my best course of action. That was really bad though. Or maybe attacking with Xurkitree actually would have been fine. I kinda wanna keep this special energy to attach to Xurkitree. So I'm gonna Tandem Shock, paralyze the Medicham. Well, and in a format with Guzma, then it's not that big a deal to actually get the paralysis off. Yeah, I mean, we probably ended up facing off against the absolutely worst possible matchup, right? And hello, Joe. I am doing well, thank you. How about you? Thank you so much for being here. There's the Lovable. Lovable can't search for Medicham. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. So let's see. We can. There we go. So Fiend Bus Mango, thanks so much for the follow. I mean for the host, and Cesar Rocks S2. Thank you so much for the follow. There we go. Now we're up to date. Okay, there's another Meditite. There's an Octillery. So far, no basic energy for my opponent played yet. Double Octillery, however. Discarded teammates. Iris, there's the Guzma. I'm pretty sure we're done here. Another Guzma just wins my opponent the game. The Meditite gets the knockout onto Dedenne. Yep. We are absolutely dead here. Another via Seeker, and that's game. That is going to be game. Generally the absolute worst possible matchup we could have faced. Okay. So is the music good now? Pummeling wires, dealing 100 damage, discarding something. Discarded. What did I discard? Well, there's a VS Seeker for the Guzma. We had a very underwhelming turn 1. And then we got the KO, but I miscalculated the damage. I mean, nothing would have changed, I guess. Well, yeah, I should not have promoted the Xurkitree. I should have left the Zeraora in the active. I thought Xurkitree was kind of protecting me, but it actually wasn't. I don't know. It's definitely a very difficult match, right? Definitely a very, very difficult match. Alright, Carter J. You're excited to see me playing PIKAROM. You're trying to find a good list for your son to play at Portland. You've been trying a few different expanded lists, but at the end of the day, a lot of the expanded combos are tricky for a junior to grasp and play consistently. I would agree. You know, I definitely agree, and I see how it's going to be. It's too many sets. I think expanded is just getting way too big and unnecessarily complicated. Alright, so this is pretty decent though. We are going to go up against probably a Garchomp Giratina deck, so I'm liking Xurkitree here. I'm liking the idea of powering up Xurkitree. I am liking the idea of powering up Xurkitree. Well, I failed the first elixir, that's not good, and then my opponent immediately concedes. So he was clearly only playing double dragon energies and no answer to the Xurkitree. So bonus point for Xurkitree, right? Bonus point for Xurkitree. You think Glacian-GX has a very nice spot in expanded. Try it with a ticket that make you go first, Joe. That ticket doesn't work. That ticket does not work, Joe. Because now you decide before you look at your hand. So I'm 100% sure that ticket is now a useless card. It does not work. It doesn't allow you to go first. Okay. But yeah, I mean, Glacian-GX definitely has merit. Glacian-GX definitely has merit, especially when presumably the best card in expanded is Mew Mew, right? So there's definitely merit to Glacian-GX. And like a Glacian-GX sort of control deck with Misdreavus and stuff like that, that could end up working out nicely. Alright, so I'm gonna start Zeraora, and I'm gonna have PIKAROM on the bench. Yep, we are up against Turbo Dark. We did give up a mulligan, not the biggest of deals, but Cynthia turn 1, very underwhelming. And wow, we immediately get another win, okay. So PIKAROM very intimidating apparently, except for Medicham decks. Let's go again. Let's go again. Alright, so I guess I start Xurkitree to get some protection, and then I definitely like pinching this Zapdos. I'm gonna lose the energy, so I'm hoping Coco Prism is not priced. That would be ideal. And I have no idea what we're up against, but it has Dive Ball and it has Lightning and Water energies. Thank you so much for followers, Zach. for the new follow. Zach, we kind of you, and alright, we're up against a Cryogonal Moltres Zapdos Articuno, which is weak to lightning, therefore not a problem. Turn 1 Sign Lab, not the beast of deals. Random receiver for Professor Juniper. I mean, I'm happy getting the Cryogonal on turn 1. I am very happy doing that. I mean, you must be playing Max Elixir, right? So then why would you play the Professor's Letter? Are you dedicating an attachment to this guy? Now that's a 340 HP Moltres, which is still very easily knocked out. 3 energies discarded. Have I tested X-Plat at all, Spoonsas? No, I have not. I've only seen it being played against me, and I'm not a fan, honestly. I'm not a fan. I don't think the deck is reliable enough. Sure, its damage output is really high potentially, but it's so unreliable. It's so unreliable, I think. Okay, top decking that via Seeker does us no favors whatsoever. Probably one of the worst possible top decks we could have gotten. Sign Lab is stopping my abilities. Yeah, the Sign Lab just completely stopped us in our tracks right here. So I guess I'll pass. I could have Lightning GX, but I don't think I want to. See the Green's Exploration. Now we're down to top deck mode. Can't believe we're gonna lose to a turn 1 Sign Lab, but it's looking like it. It is looking like it. Well, I mean, I haven't seen any other lists other than the ones that are limitless, so I don't know. It's just the damage seems underwhelming. It seems difficult-ish to get like back-to-back eggs going. I'm not seeing how it's like reliable enough. Yeah, the Ultra Ball literally does not help me, and the fact that I Sycamore away to Via Seekers is also pretty terrible. Had I just not top decked a Via Seeker and gotten a Via Seeker with this hand, then we would be okay. But clearly not. Okay. So he loses Xurkitree. I can attack with Zapdos, but what good does that do to me? It really doesn't do me any good. So I'm fairly sure I just have to stall a little here and just get 3 energy attachments. I mean, once I get 3 energies, what does the Moltres Articuno even do? With a choice band, he could have threatened my PIKAROM. Needs back-to-back Guzmas, or is she gonna greens for double custom catcher? Maybe, maybe not. I honestly don't know. The Nest Ball. See the Compressor. And you can definitely afford to KO 2 Milotics, right, in order to accelerate the energies. So I like the idea behind this, right? It's just, I don't know. There's the fire. So she's just missing the Milotic in order to power up the second one, but like, if I get 3 energies on this guy, then it's game over, right? It's essentially game over. It is essentially game over. Sky Legend GX. Oh, it goes back to the deck. Wow, I didn't even realize that. Alright, well, let's go ahead and bench the Lele, and then retreat, and then Max Elixir, and attach this energy, and then we pass. I mean, so if I can KO the P-Bus, I'm okay. It's just, I only have one stadium to counter the Sign Lab because I have my own Sign Lab. Yeah, just infinite greens for my opponent. We are in a lot of trouble here. A lot of trouble. Finding Fury Belt. Dive Ball for the Milotic. We get another prize. Might be useful. Finding Fury Belt doesn't matter because it's weak to lightning. Just need to be able to attack into it. But now, because of the GX attack, I actually cannot attack first. I need to find the Guzma first. That's not it though. Unless she makes the mistake of retreating and attacking, wouldn't make much sense. What do you do against that rail? There's honestly not much you can do. There is honestly not much you can do against that. Why are you saying you? What? Juniper. I don't think there's much you can do to stop that rail, honestly. Don't think there's much you can do to stop that. Okay. Nope. The Sign Lab did us in. I feel like we need better counters to that. We're gonna just see the Guzma now, or Lysander, or Double Custom Catcher. I don't even know what my opponent would play. But yeah, I mean, now she's gonna have this as backup powered up. So I knock this guy, and then she goes Promote, Attach, Knockout, and then I lose. Yeah, I was streaming on YouTube, but I couldn't get the stream started. It took me half an hour to start the stream. I started half an hour later because the stream key was different, so I had to find a different one, but then YouTube wasn't getting the thing on the dashboard, even though I clicked on start stream, and then I couldn't even like figure out how to find my own stream, so it was just a mess, and I decided Twitch is what we're familiar with, something we're more in touch with, so better to do that. Okay, so my opponent decides to commit to knocking out the Lele, so I'm going to KO this person, and then on.
It's gonna shock us! It's gonna shock us!
Unless she has Energy Switch, which she might, we will be able to win. Maybe. Because now I'm at 1 prize, right? So wherever that thing hides, we are good. So she needs an Energy Switch or Max Elixir. That's not helpful for her. There's a greens. I would not be surprised to see an Energy Switch fails it. And there's a victory, so I don't understand. My opponent had everything to potentially win, and then it feels like she threw away the game. That turn 1, Alchemist, thank you so much for follow. That turn 1 Science Lab was way too difficult to deal with, though. I 100% think we are going to need a few extra stadiums, and probably not our own Silent Lab. That was just way too harsh. That was way too harsh for us. It literally stopped my whole deck. So having a better counter to that seems important, right? It definitely seems important. So, okay. I think I can go down to 2 PIKAROMs because I have a Choo-Choo. That seems okay-ish. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take out the Sand Lab. Then what stadium do I even want? There must be some really good expanded stadiums that we can make use of. I mean, Ether Paradise Conservation Area, there's merit to that. Let's keep looking. All My Party, no. Altars, no. Aspertium, no. Battle City, not quite. Black Market, no. Blizzardton, no. Brock's Pewter City Gym, no. Brooklet, no. Champions Festival, perhaps. Perhaps, though it's not great. Chaos Tower, not really. Dark City, Devoured Field, Dimension Valley. I think it's gonna be either Paradise, yeah. Dust Island, Faded Town. Definitely not. Poton maybe, but probably not. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I think that's gonna be our stadium of choice. Licensor Labs doesn't really help much. Parallel City is the only other one, I think. No. Power Plant, no. Yeah, I think it's gonna be that. It's either that or Skyfield. I don't think we need Skyfield. Definitely not Tropical Beach. Could be Viridian. I like Ether. Yeah, I like Ether Paradise for sure. I definitely like Ether. So yeah, that's PIKAROM. It worked out decently-ish. Adding the 2 stadiums to help have counters to those weird situations. We don't have Field Blower. It's not like we need abilities later on, so we're not super scared of Alolan Mockery Card. We just need it to, like, we can deal with it, we can KO it, or at some point we don't need abilities that much. Alright, so let's play one more game with PIKAROM, and then we will move on to our next deck. Alright. Okay, I would certainly like to go first. Are we up against Guardian? Are we up against Guardian? Alright. Good morning, Egyptian. What do you believe will be the best deck in Standard post Cosmic Eclipse and why? It's really hard to say. Ooh, we're up against Guardian. I mean, it's really hard to say, honestly. Goodbye, Coco. It's really hard to say, right? like the cards are not even out yet, so it's hard for me to say, oh, this one card is going to be, this one deck is going to be the best deck. Is there even a best deck, right? Having said that, I don't expect Mew Mew to be dethroned anytime soon. I don't expect Mew Mew to be dethroned anytime soon. I feel like we'll have to adapt to the Mimikyu, but it's not gonna be just like, oh, Mew Mew is not good anymore. Okay, I think I'm gonna pass now. I could data change. I don't think I want to. I'll play it cool. And if I get Glacian-GX somehow, I have the Sycamore. So I don't see Mew Mew being any less good than it currently is. Add a couple Stealthy Hoods, and then Mimikyu problem is solved. So I don't foresee Mimikyu just saying, oh, Mewtwo is now a dead card, right? Ooh, very pretty shiny Sylveon. Very pretty shiny Sylveon. Other than that, Cage Sombrina is asking about Keldeo, Arceus, Dialga, Palkia. I think that combined with Victini is something to keep in mind, something to keep into account, but it's not going to be like the very clear dominant new best deck, right? It's gonna have potential. It will have some really good matchups, but overall, I feel like it's just a little bit on the slower end, you know? Okay, so I wish I could end here, so I am actually going to... sure, I'll bench the Raichu. And I'm gonna data change, hoping to find either Ultra Ball or Lele, or even better than Marshadow. That's just insane. So now all I'm missing is an Electropower to KO this person with the full Blitz, which I'm really hoping to be able to accomplish using up my GX to KO the Sylveon would not be ideal. I had the potential to tackle this turn for the full effect, which is crazy to think about, but all good. I do not find the Electropower though. Right, up of 4 cards, I think it's fine too. Oh, I didn't retreat. Oh my gosh, I keep making these silly mistakes. Good job, Pablo. I didn't retreat before playing the Energy Switch, and I was thinking, okay, I got Float Stone, therefore now I can't do it, and I'll play that before, and then I played the Float Stone Dedenne. Jeez. And yeah, exactly. Guzman Hala will help with finding weakness card, Stealthy Hood, and Giant Hearth for next turn, right? Or something like that. So, or the Chaos Wall Stadium. So Guzman Hala should be pretty good for Mew Mew. And what do I think? What decks do I feel will no longer be viably competitive after Cosmic Eclipse? I can't believe I let my opponent do that. That was so dumb on my part, not gonna lie. That was actually very dumb on my part. Oh, well, it was gonna be really difficult to find Electropowers for sure. What isn't going to be viable? Okay, so if Keldeo starts seeing more play, then I think that's gonna make for a very difficult time for Mew Mew decks of sort. I feel like a Keldeo that can heal off damage is going to be really powerful because of Chaos Well. No longer viable though, it's really hard to say. No longer viable is just really hard to say. It's. I don't think PIKAROM is going to not be viable anymore. Definitely not PIKAROM. Ok, so we'll just full blitz. Manuel, ¿cuándo volveré a dar contenido en español? Cuando tenga más tiempo y no se ve el futuro eso, o quizá si tuviera un patrocinador que justificara el tiempo dedicado. Thank you so much for the follow, feed up. Si tuviera un patrocinador que justificara el tiempo utilizado en hacer videos en español, entonces ahí el contenido con todo el gusto del mundo volvería. Pero es una cuestión de que esto es mi trabajo y tengo que hacer lo que me dé para mis gastos, ¿no? La renta, la comida, etcétera. Entonces, los videos en español, el tiempo que le invierto a un video en español no justifica el retorno de inversión. Entonces, si tuviera un patrocinador, ahí ya es otro tema. Alright, so now we're in a sticky spot because of my mishap. I would be at least one prize ahead. Don't know how many max potions. Okay, so that Guzma top deck is certainly very good. Certainly very good. Because now there's no more energy movement for my opponent. No more energy movement for my opponent. I get to KO the Aromatisse. Galatis, possibly very scary here. I get a computer search, that's nice. So I'm going to surely playing Guzma, right? There's the stretcher. Putting back Eevee, Aromatisse, and Sylveon. You think Ability Art will get better? Why? What does Ability Art gain though? PIKAROM and Expanded is amazing. It's okay. And if I weren't making so many mistakes, it would be even better. It would actually be even better. Okay. So my opponent debating whether he wants to move the energy or not. Volcarona, I mean, are you going to fit another stage 1 line into the deck? That seems like a stretch, right? That seems like a stretch. Okay, so come on. Now everyone knows the 2 cards in my hand. So full blitz, 150, and then I'll attach it to lightning here. I need a Via Seeker top deck, or a Guzma top deck, or eventually a Lele top deck. There's a Guardi-GX, which does allow for extra energy attachments any given turn. My opponent also hasn't used their GX attack, but we have essentially a no card hand. There's the switch, there's the attachment, there's the choice band. Alright. So yeah, Volcarona definitely could maybe improve abilities art a little bit. Not that much. Oh, we're 1 Electropower short now. Okay, so my opponent just used a switch. So paralyzing seems like a good call, right? And then even if this person goes down, the only other attacker is this one. Well, no, that's not true. There we go, perfect. The paralysis coming in clutch. I knew it would come in clutch at some point. Alright, so despite my seal mistake in the beginning, it's like I give my opponent a chance, right? an even an easier time to set up and whatnot. I took away the magical ribbon, but then I gifted him another one. Anyways, that will be all for PIKAROM. Not the best showcase. I made some very terrible mistakes, and I apologize for that. No excuses there. I've just been it gets distracting whilst talking and doing everything at the same time. So now we are going to be moving on to our next deck, which could be Guardia Aromatisse, different take than what my opponent had. Could be Turbo Dark or could be Archie's Toys. I want you people in chat to let me know which one you want to see. I will be right back in just a second after this quick commercial break. I'll be right back.